These two ugly, big-nosed idiots decided to do their best to tear down a legend, because they can't create, only destroy. And homosexual politics aside, the whole gay reimaginings doesn't make sense. The story is about fighting degeneracy and corruption, the power of the light, of God, against the devil, or at least a demon. But for the time, the Dracula story was pretty sexy. But these two disgusting sodomites decided to corrupt it, because anything good they have to destroy. Basically, they're vermin. Parasites, really. Which I guess works out well, because Dracula is also a blood-sucking leech. Will gay Dracula be successful? Probably not. But money is, while important, a secondary consideration. Their main goal is to tear down anything that you enjoy. If you like it, they're going to take it away from you. Once you start paying attention to the culture war, you won't be able to unsee it. It's like the They Live meme. You put on the glasses and you see that Hillary Clinton is a lizard person. Basically, 90% of Hollywood mainstream media is made up of these degenerates. I don't mean literal demons and lizards. I mean in the Alex Jones sense of the word. When he talks about spiritual vampires, figuratively, he's not lying. Their goal is to destroy your culture. I know I keep rambling on about globalists and it all sounds very tinfoil hat, but there are no shortage of channels on YouTube that cover it. Mr. Obvious, You Can't Stop Progress, I Hypocrite. Let me ask you, do you guys actually want a gay vampire? I hate to think what he sucks. In one sense, the gay vamp makes sense because he's supposed to represent corruption. So actually, it's kind of homophobic. It's just that bisexuality doesn't work in this story, since 99.9% of people are not bisexual. Vampires don't even have sex. They reproduce by, if I remember correctly, from Bram Stoker's version, by sucking their victims to death, then they return as the undead. In Anne Rice's version, you had to suck off a vampire to convert to one. The Dracula story seems to be a loose interpretation of the Vlad the Impaler, savior of Europe, and Countess of Bathory stories. It combines the aristocracy and hedonism, the sensual pleasures of the flesh, sex sells, the image of a well-dressed man sneaking into a woman's room, a beautiful young girl in lingerie. What's the Latin phrase for first blood? I think it's carnal noctura. Close enough. Lots of sexy BDSM imagery in the Dracula story. So what does a gay vampire do? Will he snuggle the guy before he sucks him off? Oh, note to self, never look up gay vampire on DuckDuckGo. I was going to use it for some background imagery, but whoa, it's just what you imagine it to be. It's just, why would you want anyone with sharp teeth anywhere, near you in that? Dracula will be bisexual, and Van Helsing is gender swapped because it's the BBC. The BBC also does this stuff where they show these like historical reenactments or cartoons sometimes, but they'll replace some of the British people with Africans. Keep going, BBC. Just accelerate it, burn it to the ground. The BBC, I swear to God, the BBC, the MSN, CNN, MSNBC, it's like they're completely unaware of how people see them. Okay, so the BBC is rebooting a great story with a twist on the character's sexuality. Oh, you. They're going to turn the centuries-old bloodsucker, I won't say it, but you know what I want to say, into a bisexual. Come on, can't you just swear centuries-old bloodsucker into a, come on, it would be so perfect, but I guess they're keeping it clean here. Iconic vampire will be played by some idiot who will suck off men and women. Great. The new drama series comes from these two idiots, Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat. The pair behind some other gay story, which stars another idiot from the Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange movies. Why does it look like he's wearing a wig? I mean, it's not a wig because nobody would get a curly-haired wig. Bizarre. At least he's got the widow's peak. That's kind of cool. What is that thing on your face? Is that your nose? because that does not look like a healthy nose. They both look like they've been doing cocaine since they were born in Minecraft, allegedly. I'm not saying they actually are addicted to the, Bolivian marching powder. So these idiots want to emphasize, they want to move away from a fun story where they had beautiful women. Remember Winona Ryder in those Victoria dresses? There was like 3 or 4 just beautiful, beautiful young girls getting sucked off by vampires and sucking each other off. And it was like as dirty as you could get without actually showing. It was a bizarre. Dracula's a bizarre story of sensuality. It's like, I know that those words are sometimes intermixed and confused for each other, but it really is a sensual, not sexual story. Anne Rice kind of nailed it down in the 90s. So instead of having beautiful women, you're having dudes, because for the less than 1% of the population who's bisexual, there's a certain percentage of people who are gay, and obviously most people are straight. It's a pretty firm binary. And the bisexual thing, I kissed a girl in college once. Some chick they kissed a girl in college, or they felt a boob, or some chick went down on them or something. It's all right. So you had one experience, and now you're calling yourself as non-binary or some bullshit or whatever they call themselves. Just I need attention from the dad who I never had. Okay, so Dracula doesn't even have sex. He reproduces like a parasite. So why would he be gay? Why would he even be straight? Even in Dracula, most Dracula stories, they're not having sex. The blood is the sensual, erotic part of it. So, I mean, the only way to show him having sex would be have him snuggle his male victims. Or unless he's just sucking off gay victims? I don't know. This is just disgusting. Okay, so you saw one scene in an old movie where it was homoerotic for you because you look like this. Obviously, I'm just assuming these two guys are gay. Not for each other, but just, gay in general. I would not have these people watch my dogs, let alone my children. Wow. If you looked up degeneracy in the dictionary, these two people would be there. I'm sure they have a basement and a cage. Oh, God, these guys are... It would be funny. I won't say it. No, I don't want to see some gay scene with gay vampires blowing each other. It's just... How much gay? Well, we want all the gay. He touches his face with his hand, stroking fear into his victim. Two grammar errors in one sentence. I can't really talk, but still. Oh no, maybe stoking. I was thinking stroking, but his is kind of weird. Anyway, guys, if you want to send me your art of gay vampires getting staked, preferably impaled by Vlad the Impaler, I would love to see that. Or art for the channel. I will be going to a convention and getting some stuff to send off as prizes, because people have sent me some fantastic stuff. Or enter the Discord, or support me on Patreon, or check out the t-shirts on Teespring, all that kind of stuff. You click the links, and guys, don't just say no to gay vampires, and don't look up gay vampires in your internet search. You don't want to have to explain that to anybody. All right, guys, I'll see you next episode.